Ki pakid moshavecha, because your place will be empty. Pirush moshavecha, what does it mean, your place that you will sit? Wanikra kisei kavod. So spiritually, this refers to the throne of honor of Hashem. Haga ef Shlomo ki b'Shlomo ne'amar v'yeshiv Shlomo al kisei avaya. And we can say that by Shlomo it says that Shlomo sat on the throne of Hashem, Lamelech, as a king. Amru Razal and our sages said, Lefish biyamav nismalei diskus shel lavana, because in his days the disk of the moon was full. Dur tesvav la'Avraham, that he was the 15th generation from Avraham, like the 15th of the month. So if we're referring to David and his kingship and his line, his son Shlomo, to the concept of the moon and the concept of the union of the sun and the moon, like we said, is the concept of Yipaked. So the 15th of the month is when the moon is full. I guess if the new moon is the union, so the culmination of that is on the 15th of the month when the moon is full. So too, nonetheless, by David, Hashem lifted up his kingship, that he was the 14th generation. And look what it says about the concept of reading the Megillah on the 14th and the 15th. That Purim is specifically on the 14th. Megillah Esther is also the concept of Malchus. So there's something special about the 14th as well. And specifically when we're referring to David. Because the kavod itself, the kisei kavod, is Malchus of Atzilus. Like it says, the honor of your kingship, we will say. So the concept of kavod and Malchus go together, the kisei kavod. And so to it says, and the honor of the splendor of your kingship, again covered in Malchus together. So to it says, and the honor of Havaya will be revealed, as well as the pasuk, and nonetheless I am alive, and the honor of Hashem will fill the temple, or all the earth. Again, the concept of Hashem as being king over the earth and his kavod are synonymous. Look what it says about blessed is the honor of Havaya from its place, connecting it to Malchus. But the throne of honor is the seat of the king, that the king lowers himself and sits upon it, lihiyos melech al-am, to be a king upon the nation, ulamayla, and above, it's what it's written, that Havaya sat as the king for the world, that this sitting is a descent and a lowering, in order to be a king upon a nation. Which refers to the worlds, which are a concept of separation of something from nothing. So maybe that's the concept of Yipaked. We said Yipaked is a concept of division in the lower worlds. And so maybe Moshavecha being a descendant of the lower worlds to the division. But anyway, we'll see what he says. That they're a concept of separation, something from nothing. Because in front of his essence may be blessed. You cannot have kingship and ruling, because who is he ruling over? and being king over, there's no one other than him. You have to go down, whether into creation, to lower yourself in order to be king over the nation. Or Parshas Titzaves of Tibor Hamaschil Zachor Salacha Amalek Abivinyana Kisi Shalem. Look what it says about the concept of Amalek, how Niyadal Kes Ka, the concept of the Kisei is not complete. The concept of the complete throne, again, the concept of the throne is connected to the full concept of Hashem's name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, and also the Kisei with the Aleph. So I guess the Vav and the Kei of Hashem's name is Hamshacha and Nispashtus into Olamos that are missing when you don't have the Kisei. I guess it's a concept of going up in the Romamos, not Hamshacha downwards. But we have to look over there. Now our sages said that the souls of Israel are carved out of from under the throne of honor, like it says on the Maamar that I've given you those who travel amongst those who stand, in comparison the neshamos to the malachim. So too, it's said that the image of Yaakov is engraved within the throne of honor. That's again the concept of the seat. Midas Malchus. Datzilus is in the attribute of Malchus. When he may be blessed is a king upon the nation in the world of Bria. Misham nechtzvu haneshamos. From there, the souls come. So there's this concept of the neshamos being, the Malchus being Knesset Yisrael. The neshamos come from Malchus. But we know where we come from Yaakov. Yaakov is our father. He's the of the Shvatim. And so, in general, he's the concept of Tiferes. But nonetheless, we say that Yaakov is engraved in the throne of honor, that our neshamos come from Yaakov, but as it's engraved within Malchus. Because his main kingship is spread out in them, specifically into the neshamos. Look what it says in Tanya, how Kadosh Baruch Hu leaves the higher worlds, or abandons the higher worlds in comparison to his kingship, and specifically places his kingship upon the neshamos. Look what it says, that the palace of the Holy of Holies, where Hashem dwells, specifically, that's the throne of honor, again, so meaning to say that Kadosh Baruch Hu dwells specifically in the neshamos Yisrael, a Malchus of the throne of honor. But from there it divides, Ksiv, it's written, that from Malchus of Atzilus, as it goes into Bria, the ministering angels, so to speak, surround the throne, Hazegamkein, meaning the nations of the world, the source for the nations of the world, and the division comes from there and below. But in the throne itself are engraved the souls specifically. It's known in the words of our sages that the Aron carried those who carried it. So too, this concept of the throne, even though the supernal chariot, so to speak, is carrying it, they are, just like horses move a chariot, so too, so to speak, the supernal Merkava, the Malachim, are carrying and moving the Kisei, because the angels lift it up, but nonetheless they are also lifted by it. which goes of a python, like the python says somewhere in davening that the throne lifts up those who carry it. And this is what it means, that your throne, your place, will be empty. That's the throne of Malchus, that will be lifted up very high. That's what it means, you're going to be elevated. Why is the throne empty? Why is their seat empty? Because they went up. So all the Neshamas Yisrael go up on Rosh Chodesh. Lamayla b'atzilus into atzilus l'kabel ha'or hachadash, in order to receive the new light mitzirufim d'shem havaya, from the combinations of the letters of the name Yud Kei Vav Kei, like we said that each month is a different combination. So if the Kisei is as Neshamas Yisrael are in Malchus that go down into the world of Bria, into the world of Pirud, so the empty seat means that it went back up to its source. Malchus went back up into its sealus to receive the combinations of Shem Havaya to bring it back down. Like we explained before with the concept of Yipakid, and to remember. Just an interesting point on the Pshat here is that Shaul HaMelech was king at the time. And if we say that your throne, your seat will be empty, it refers to David's throne, that it refers to the concept of David's actual kingship even under Shaul. Especially once he was anointed by Shmuel HaNavi, so he spiritually then is also considered the king even under Shaul. Kitzer, the second Kitzer, Vayomer lo Yehonathan said, Matana yesh lo hefsek, that a gift has an end, it stops at some point. Shatorah nikra matana, that the Torah is called a gift, matan Torah, like we say the giving of the Torah, the lashon of matana. Torah u'mitzvos nitzlab shubinyanim gashmim, and the Torah mitzvos were enclosed in physical things. The klipas noga shem ba'olam ha'pirud, that's in the world of division. That's where the Torah mitzvos is. Pered mitakin bia, that pshat remez drush fix the worlds of Bria Yitzir, like we said. Rashi Tevos Pered Vaksavim, he freed Yaakov. Yaakov divided the kvasim, the sheep. Shehim shich mibechinas kesev, that he brought down from the concept of kesev, which is keser chachma bina, or into the three kavim. Be'olam ha'pirud, into the world of division. K'dei sheyehi nimshach ha'bitl gam ba'alma deproda, in order to draw down the bitl also into the worlds of division. So to drawing down the Torah into the world of division. That Yaakov corresponds with the Torah also. Yoshev Olim. Nimshach Aliyah. So through drawing down the Torah, you have an elevation. It's like it says the wisdom's on the outside. It's this, that the higher wisdom and the lower wisdom of Chachma and Malchus are drawn outside into the worlds of Bia. Mized nimshach tarona. From this you have a singing, v'harina, and this joy. Shnimshach iskalus hakeser, that you reveal the concept of keser shalamayla me'achachma beyond chachma. So chachma ilan chachma to go down, and that reveals an even higher level of keser. V'zeu shchora ani v'nava, and this is that I am black but beautiful. L'kayal Torah shabal peh, that refers to the oral Torah. Sha'idezeh nimshach ya'ir havaya panav, that through this is drawn down that Hashem will shine His countenance. Like we say, going downwards into the lower worlds, into the darkness, that will shine the keser, the highest light. And that's v'zeu, His countenance, v'zeu libun hilchasa. That's also the concept of purifying or whitening the halacha, to draw down the whiteness in comparison to the darkness. That's libun, meaning beautiful in comparison to dark. Shchora ani v'nava. בליקוטי תורה בביור על פסוק שחורה אני ונאווה, פירוש העידי זה נמשך כמו לשון סטטיק יומין, and ליקוטי תורה on the שחורה אני. In the beer it says that you're drawing down through this the 3 first levels of Atik. So that's the concept we're drawing of Kesser that we explained here. Over there it goes more in Pirut and gives levels in LP Kabbalah that are even higher, not just Kesser in general. Minifkadata, and you will be remembered. It's the concept of the union of the sun and the moon. And the root of this drawing down of this union comes from Atik. Like we said before, Sifei, Mazor, Chilkim, Mudafa, and Tasbeis, so that fits in with that beard from Shkorani Vanava as well. Of the Gimel Yishonos of Atik. Ki pakid Moshavecha Ukisi Kavod. Let me explain that your throne will be empty, that your seat will be empty. That's the throne of honor of David. Kaf Reish Simin Kaf Beis Mashma Kisi Kavod Heichal Kodesh Kodashim Debriya. And Me'orior, it implies that the throne of honor is specifically the chamber of the Holy of Holies of Bria. After Alomar, we can say, Shali Zemis or Hamshach Mekodesh Kadashim Tatsilus, Kedarach Shnizbor Bedil Kuti Torah Bedibra Maskal Bir Meat Al Pasuk Shabbos Shabbason. We can say that this is drawing down a Hamshacha from the Holy of Holies of Atzilus, that the Kisei Kavod of Heichal Kodesh Kodashim of Bria is drawing down from the Kodesh Kodashim of Atzilus. Like he explains in Shabbos Shabbason, Visham, Perek Dalad Bishim Zohar Harakia Pashas Berashi Staf Mem Hey, that even though it's in the world of Bria, it's drawing down from Kodesh Kodashim of Atzilus. So that fits in with this beer as well, that we're drawing down from a higher level than the Hamshacha. We're drawing down from Kasser.